Hi guys, so for the family value reflection assignment, I decided to watch the show Duck Dynasty. And what the show is that it follows the lives of the Robinson family. They are a very southern family. They have very southern beliefs and values. They're self-proclaimed rednecks, and they have a duck call company, which the show kind of follows them at work, but not really. It kind of focuses more on like how they live their day-to-day lives and how they interact with each other and the people in their town. So I think people watch this show maybe for the rise to fame, because this family did go from not having much. They're a very country family, and now they're in the media, on the spotlight. There's cameras everywhere. So people might be watching to see how they react to all that. Or this show follows the stereotypes of typical like country family, how they're always like doing crazy things and they wear camo, they're hunting, they're very outspoken. So I think people may watch the show for the entertainment aspect of just getting to see them in the media. Um, from watching the show, I kind of started to notice things that consumers wouldn't notice. Like, I think a consumer would just see like, oh, this is just a redneck family and they're making duck calls and that's it. It's funny. But I noticed things like how sometimes they say things that don't seem natural to them. And I was just thinking about how editing purposes and how the producers can totally make it look like they did something they didn't do, or they said things, and how they could be like scripting it and all that. So that's what I looked at instead of just watching it as it was a normal show. Um, I would recommend this show to all ages. It's pretty appropriate. I mean, they're not doing anything vulgar. So my little sister, she watches it. She's fine. My older sister watches it, and my family watches it together. I mean, it's pretty normal for anyone to watch. Um, as far as how it relates to my family, I think it's not that far off. Even though we're from totally different worlds, they still are very like family knit. They're very close. They work together. They spend holidays together. They're always supporting each other no matter what. They joke around, laugh around, and at the end of the day, they all come together for dinner and they pray together. And that's kind of how my family is too. I have a big family like the Robinsons, so we are all very close. So I can relate to them on that aspect. And as far as like what I learned from this show, or from what I learned about myself and stuff, it's just that I need to be keeping in mind editing, because the producers totally can switch things around, as I already mentioned. Like, some of the stuff seems kind of far-fetched, and I just kind of catch on to that now. And I also notice how they only show Phil, the dad. Their dad's name is Phil. They only show his house because he lives in a very like small, tiny cabin. And the one time they showed Willie, that's the CEO of the company, his house is huge. But of course they're not going to show you that because they want to keep it in mind as like, oh, they're just a small country family. Like, this is what they are. Like, they wanted to keep that as secret as possible, kind of, just how they alter the image of the family. And I also saw an interview of Jace, one of the brothers. He was on the Today Show, and he said that it's a guided reality. So what the producers do is they give them the situations, and then they're supposed to act normal. And then, but like, how do you act normal with 50 cameras in your face? So it's kind of different, I guess, than you would think. People just think they're out here doing the stuff, but they're coming up with it, but actually they're being told to. And so, yep, that's kind of what I learned. I just kind of now know to be smarter and not be so naive when it comes to TV shows.